After an exciting 2021 season that saw the Gonzaga baseball team finish first in the WCC and compete in the NCAA Division I regional tournament, this year's team has even higher aspirations, and a big part of their team's success is going to fall on the shoulders of star pitcher William Kempner. Kempner talked about playing one of the most demanding and stressful positions in all of sports.
It's not easy. I feel like the preparation comes through being able to let yourself de-stress. All the work you put into that point is going to come together, and you're going to find a way to be out there every single moment. And just, if you need a second, take a breath and breathe, and understand that you're in control of the game. And you got to understand that all that work that you've done to that point, you're going to find yourself very successful through that work.
The California native had the opportunity to improve his pitching in the state of Alaska over this past summer.
It was different. Going to Alaska, it was fun, but it was just a different atmosphere. It didn't get above 70 degrees during the summer, so it was definitely not what I expected to be from California my whole life, and experience like a nice 100-degree summer almost every day during July. But the competition was great, and I felt like overall had a good summer, and I'm very happy for that, but the work is going to translate to the field this spring.
Kempner shared some of the perspective he gained during his time in Alaska over the summer.
Not too crazy, but every time before I started, if I had the chance, if I was the day before I started, I would drive down Alaska 1, the highway, just about an hour down the highway, and then drive an hour back. I would just look at the mountains. And there's water in those mountains that you connect them, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful highways in the country and the world. And I would do that the day before just to get my mind off things, and I found my balance overall. That was my realization, is I got to find balance. Last year in the spring, I felt so cooped up sometimes and so stressed, and I didn't know what to do about it. And in the summer, I found my balance.
Kempner shared how some of his past experiences have set him up to be a successful leader for this year's Gonzaga baseball team.
Being able to be on a team with so much chemistry in high school changed me as a person, and made me understand what has to be done to be on a great team and create a great team. That's why every day I go out and I ask, if I see someone, I'm asking them how their day is. I'm asking them, like, what are you working on today? Like, I want to be a leader and be there for everyone, and that, I feel like it's just the small things sometimes. Like, there's the big things where maybe there's a speech or something like that. That's cool, but it's about understanding your players and your teammates and what's going on in their lives. And maybe off the field, you ask them a question about their life, and then that brings them closer to you in general. And I think that's a huge thing for building relationships in life as well. And building it on a baseball field is a lot easier because you're around those guys every day.
The potential Gonzaga ace has set some lofty goals for what he expects from himself on the mound this year.
I mean, it's my draft year. I want to be able to go out there and show what I've done to this point. Have the best stats possible, which for me is under a 2 ERA. I mean, preferably under a 1.8 ERA, but under 2 is going to suffice. Definitely have less walks than last year. I feel like I walked the house last year, and it was hard to come back from that. But in the summer, I kind of improved on that, and I started to throw a lot more strikes, and that's going to be a big thing for me this year, is throwing strikes.
When I asked Will about what the goals were for this year's Gonzaga Bulldogs, there's only one that came to his mind.
Successful year looks like going to Omaha. I mean, that's what Coach Mack always preaches. He preaches going to Omaha, and the guys, we don't stop at nothing. We're not going to stop at a WCC championship. We're not going to stop at going to a regional. We're going to pass the regional. We're going to go to super regional, and we're planning to go to Omaha. That's what we do every year, and that's what it is for us.
Though the Gonzaga baseball team has never made it all the way to Omaha, William Kempner and this year's Zags have their eyes set on a national championship. For GUTV, I'm Nathan Gustafson.